Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Lots of interesting news floating about, and like always, we're going to go through each and every one of them. And like always, I want to know what you guys are thinking about it in the comment section. As you can see, Cole Palmer picking up yet another trophy. We've got some comments from Robert Sanchez, man, some very, very good comments. This guy deserves his flowers in recent times, and we want to touch base on what he had to say. We'll talk about Garnacho. There's a picture of Garnacho, which is, when he got substituted, he looked very frustrated. I think it's doing a bit too much. People are doing a bit too much on Garnacho on social media. We're going to talk about that as well. And there's some comments from Estevao Williams, such a mature player. For a kid to talk the way he's talking shows immense maturity. And we've got some news in regards to Wolves as well, because they've sacked their manager and they're going to potentially have a new manager ready by the time we meet them during the weekend. But we shall see. We shall see if that actually happens or not. Now, first up, ladies and gentlemen, let's go through this. Cole Palmer winning the FIFPRO World 11 trophy. He's part of the team. The team looks immense. A lot of people are talking about, why is Moises Caicedo not there? I agree. Why isn't he there? He won the Club World Cup. He won the Conference League. But I think most of the players, I'm pretty sure all of the players that are part of the 11, go check out the 11. I don't have the 11 out here. All of the players in that 11 generally playing in the Champions League, bar Cole Palmer, I think. And that is because how strong Cole Palmer was in the Club World Cup. I'm pretty sure it was only Cole Palmer that's not in the Champions League. But do let me know in the comment section. I don't recall the exact lineup, but good to see Cole Palmer in the FIFPRO World 11. Deserves it, and this is off the back of Cole Palmer probably not having his best season last season. And it's crazy to say this because the standard was made from the Pochettino season, and that standard honestly was way too high because he absolutely smoked it that season. Last season, he still scored quite a lot of goals and assisted quite a lot. It's just he went through a large portion of the season where he didn't do much. He didn't score. I think he might have got a few assists here and there, but then in the Conference League final, he lit it up, absolutely lit it up. It was Cole Palmer that changed the game around. And then obviously in the Club World Cup, we know what type of damage Cole Palmer did, especially in the finals. So I think he deserves to be in the FIFPRO World 11 and he deserves this trophy. Can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait for Cole Palmer to come back to Chelsea Football Club and fully recovered from his injury, the groin injury. Once he's back, I feel he's going to be going back to his best, what we saw under Pochettino. And that is going to be an immense boost for us. So I can't wait for that. I think we're going to start seeing him slowly return back after the international break. He's had a large time off and he needed that. I think the time frame was about 6 weeks, and now he's definitely got that time off, and hopefully it's all done and dusted. Being part of the FIFPRO World 11 is obviously a great honor, and to be voted by the other players is a nice feeling. They know what it takes, obviously, to play the game at a high level, so to be voted by them is the best feeling. Player who can make it in the future, I think Estevao, he has all the ability to go and do great things. Hopefully he can do it here at Chelsea. I love him, man. So many people have such high praise in regards to Estevao Willian at Chelsea Football Club. Is immense to see, especially Cole Palmer and many others have spoken very highly on Estevao Willian. And as I said, we've got some really good comments coming from Estevao Willian, praising everyone, especially Reece James. The future is bright, and I hope, inshallah, that God really looks after Estevao, and hopefully he can fulfill his dream at Chelsea Football Club. So big up to Cole Palmer for winning that trophy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you guys would all know there's a footage of Garnacho that's doing the rounds on social media, and the footage is once he got substituted off. He looked very frustrated. He went to the bench and he looked, obviously agitated. I wouldn't say angry, but he definitely looked frustrated and annoyed and perhaps borderline a little bit sad. A lot of people are making too much of this, honestly. And I think a large portion of it is coming from the Man United side of things because they want to, go in on Garnacho, obviously ex-Man United player. But I see a lot of Chelsea fans talking about it as well. I don't know whether Felix, yeah, I think he's just a fan. Maybe he is a Chelsea fan. He's got Conor Gallagher's photo there. Why is Garnacho angry? You're not even better than Gittins. And people are commenting a lot. Look at these 2.1 million views on it. I'm not going to go through all the comments. But Chelsea Dodgers is actually backing Garnacho here. All I'm going to say is, what do you expect a player? If anything, I have to say, Garnacho, for the past few matches, yeah, he hasn't lit it up, but I feel like he actually cares. He wants to do well at Chelsea Football Club. It doesn't look like he's being lazy. It doesn't look like he has no concerns about doing well at Chelsea Football Club. He's trying and he's working his backside off, man. I really think he is. The game against Spurs, he worked his backside off the ball. I appreciate a player that can run and work hard for the team, try and recover the ball, try and win the ball, try and win challenges, duels. Yes, we need more from him with the ball up front, but it's not like he's not giving his best shot. And what do we expect from a player who is getting substituted to cheer and go, yeah, I'm being substituted? Obviously, he's going to feel a little bit disappointed because he wanted to continue on. People are making too much of this that, oh, you know what? Who does he think he is? He's not even better than Gittins. Why do we need to do these type of comparison? I think we're just now being too harsh on Garnacho just for the sake of being harsh. Or we're trying to create an agenda on Garnacho just for the sake of having an agenda on him. We all know, and you all know as well, from me, I wasn't the biggest fan of bringing Garnacho in. Now he's a Chelsea player. And we need to assess him in that manner. We need to back him. If we've seen the attitude and the behaviorism was wrong, then we could say, do you know what? Yeah, that's not on. He's trying his level best at Chelsea Football Club. He really is. And I feel like if he continues in that vein, continues to stay focused, good times will come for him. Good times will come. So that's all I'm going to say in regards to Garnacho. I think too many people are doing too much about his substitution footage, being a little bit frustrated. I've never seen a player, Premier League top, players playing at the highest level, being substituted and be so excited and so elated to be substituted. No player wants to do that. So, yeah, I think people need to just lay off from Garnacho. Now, some Robert Sanchez comments. Really, really lovely comments from Robert Sanchez, ladies and gentlemen. I feel confident. I am fit and at my best. I have always felt settled because the club always told me I am number one. This makes me think I feel like Chelsea Football Club, all of this stuff about Mignon and all these other goalkeepers, somewhat are probably not true. I remember David Ornstein never said a peep about Chelsea Football Club going after Mike Mignon. I think Chelsea, from a long time ago, has probably stated to Robert Sanchez, you are the number one. And do you know what? Over the past 6 months, Robert Sanchez has been looking really good. I don't recall a situation where he's screwed up massively or he's done it frequently. In fact, I'm starting to feel he's looking really good. Let's see how long this continues. Let's see if that's a purple patch. But even Robert Sanchez is saying, I feel confident. I am fit and at my best. So he's feeling like he's finally found his rhythm. He's finally found his groove. And he's also saying, I feel settled because the club has always told me I'm the number one. But on a personal level and my performance, I have to say, yes, this is the most settled I have been at Chelsea. I have reached a very good level now. I'm consistent. I have the confidence. I have the fans behind me. So everything helps a little more. He does. He does. In recent times, I have to say the fans have been behind him. The fans are appreciating the performances he's putting. And he does look a lot settled. Whether it's shot stopping, whether it's distribution, for me, it's more the distribution. His distribution is gone to a different level. We all remember the kind of mistakes he was making with his distributions, and now he's starting to look a lot better. Robert Sanchez, in regards to Moises Caicedo, it's in regards to the squad, it's not just about Moi. All the midfielders, we started with Enzo, Moi, Reece, Romeo was bright when he came on. Cole Palmer hopefully comes back soon as well. What more could you ask? We've got the defending, we've got the composure on the ball, we've got the attack, we've got everything. I love it. I love how Robert Sanchez, unlike so many other Chelsea fans, believes in the squad than many. This is what I've been saying. I'm not saying the squad's splendid. I know the squad has flaws, but the squad needs to be far closer to the top and competing. Not saying go and win it, but be there, compete. Right now, we're not competing. We need to be competing. I think Arsenal's on 25 points. Chelsea should be really not more than the 5 points gap. We need to close that gap. And Robert Sanchez is believing. He's saying, we've got everything to do well. I agree that we've got everything to do well. Robert Sanchez, I love this. Check this out. We know Spurs are a really good set-piece team, so we worked this week to try to create space for me. Guys, this, I think, deserves its own video, and we need to probably do this from a tactical standpoint. We saw what Enzo Maresca deployed to counter all of these long throw-ins and set pieces, corners, free kicks, and whatnot. Enzo Maresca straight away deployed 3 players to bomb forward so that Spurs can't just throw everyone forward and make the box a bit congested. Because Chelsea sent 3 men forward straight away, I think it was Malo Gusto, Garnacho, and Pedro Neto, Spurs had to keep 3 at the back as well, just in case if they lose the ball, they don't want to get outnumbered. What then happens is it allows for a little bit more room in the box, creating space, as Robert Sanchez is saying. So we worked this week to try and create space for me. If all of those 3 Chelsea players stayed back, which would mean Spurs would push forward, it really makes that around the box area very congested and not enough space for people to move around. That's when you get bumped off. That's when you can't collect the ball. And then before you know it, opposition wins the second ball and boom, goal. This is a lovely tactic that's been deployed by Enzo Maresca, and I'm glad. This is why in recent times I've been talking more about Enzo Maresca. Find a solution. And he's somewhat found a solution. Let's see how this continues. Let's see how the opposition now counters this. But this is great, yeah. Making sure there's a lot more space available for Robert Sanchez for these long throws for him to come and collect. And that's exactly what he did against Spurs. And kudos to Robert Sanchez for being able to execute that as well. So ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in the comment section about all of these comments in regards to Robert Sanchez and him talking about tactics and the team composition as well. Now, Estevao Williams, some fantastic comments coming from him. I love this kid, man. So mature, so balanced and level-headed. I just hope his future, is supreme at Chelsea Football Club. I can't help but mention the Brazilians who helped me a lot, the Spanish too, because the language is similar, and Pedro Neto, who is Portuguese. But an Englishman who always helped me even before I arrived was Reece James. He's a spectacular guy who's always talked to me since I arrived here. On the field, we kind of play together, so he's always talking to me. Before they had to translate, but now I'm able to communicate better with him. Besides being the captain, he's one of the pillars of the team, and I was very happy with all the support that not only he, but everyone in the group gave me. Fantastic. Lovely. Well done, Reece James. This is what I want to see from a captain. Proper leadership, making sure these new players, especially young players, they feel settled. Especially a player like Estevao Williams, who shows immense talent, immense ability. We need to try and embed him, and get him adapted into the environment as quick as possible so he can flourish. Love to see that Reece James is consistently communicating with Estevao. That's what you want to see from your captain, because that is what I call leadership. Obviously, fantastic from the rest of the team to guide Estevao Williams as well. But Reece James, kudos to you. And kudos to Estevao for acknowledging that. which shows maturity. A lot of kids probably won't even realize all of this, and they won't even know how to acknowledge that. But Estevao William is acknowledging that. So fantastic to see. Now, last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, some Wolves news. Wolves have sacked their manager, so the next Premier League match against us potentially could be a new manager, but we'll see whether they are able to appoint someone ASAP. This is the latest from David Ornstein. Wolves advancing in talks with Gary O'Neill, plus exploring other options in parallel, including Erik ten Hag. Wow, can you imagine Erik ten Hag going to Wolves and potentially facing Chelsea in the upcoming fixture? Garnacho and Erik ten Hag reunion. 55 years old, discussed internally, and Wolves expressed interest in speaking to ex-Man United boss as part of the process. No imminent decision expected. So hopefully it stays this way, that there's no imminent decision, and that come the game against Chelsea in the weekend, they don't have a manager. They are all, in disarray, and we take care of business. I don't want no nonsense with a new manager bounce, this, that, the other. But look, nonetheless, they look so pathetic, Wolves. It's not even funny. We should be picking up the 3 points. If we don't, once again, it'll be like that Sunderland situation. It'll be a massive shock to my system. And we don't need that. We need a lot more consistency right now to make it a special season. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about, especially in regards to all the comments coming from Robert Sanchez. I thought they were very, very interesting. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time, take care. See you.